Since last year, I think most of us can agree that one certain woman has become one of the scariest women in our lives. Drama queen, step aside. Stubborn, get out. Micromanager, well, they're still pretty scary. Bossy, fuck off. We have a new scary queen in town. Please put your hands up for miagoth. The last 3 films she has been in, she has consistently delivered excellent performance after excellent performance, and the latest one is no different, but this time she is more wild and unpredictable, which makes her even scarier now. Not even a Viking can combat this type of power. Dare I say, he is a sucker for this type of women. The story takes place at a seaside country where the locals are so hostile towards the tourists that the resort is fenced in order to protect the customers. Our lead, a struggling writer, is having a vacation with his rich wife on the island while he encounters a pair of couples that quickly befriended them. The couple takes the lead and his wife on a double date outside the resort compound, where the lead starts to notice the strange side of his new friends. On their way home, the lead accidentally kills a local farmer and is brought to the authorities, where he is disclosed with a dark secret of the local culture. This revelation completely changes his mind and personality, which leads to him going on an intoxicating and terrifying journey for the rest of the vacation. The focus of the film is the leads. Both Alexander Skarsgård and miagoth are wonderful in the movie. Right from the get-go, Alexander perfectly portrays the helplessness and the tiresome towards his own failure, both as a writer and a lover. You can see the lack of passion for life in his performance, which is crucial to the eventual dark twist later down the line. When the dark twist comes, the changes are also shown bit by bit with his subtle performance and seamless transformation into the wild and morally corrupted man. Mia, just what I can say that hasn't been said enough. Ever since X, her performances have always been superb. Now I don't think her performance in this movie is better than Pearl, but that is due to the writing. She has more material to work with in Pearl. In this film, even though there are lesser chances for her to shine given that Alexander's character is the lead, she still manages to find a way to steal the show whenever she is on screen. She is able to combine the mysteriousness, ruthlessness, violence, playfulness and unpredictability all together and find the right set of combinations for each scene. It is truly sensational watching them in this film, but other than the two, the rest are fine in terms of acting, but the characters are not giving the actors any chance to shine. Maybe the wife has a little bit of work to do, but still very limited. She didn't appear again once the story really took off. The rest of them are just the usual nameless character that are stuffed into the background while the 2 main lead doing all the carrying, which is fine for the purpose of the story. The story intrigues me right from the start till the later half of the second act. At first, it is seeing how James, the lead, the writer, finally found something that can let him feel alive through the dark secret of the locals. So then we see him getting sucked into this deep hole further and further down. He starts to become one of the gang with Mia's character, who finds out that they are no longer morally bound to anything. They are not only free, they are even going to get reward for their actions as they are addicted to the dark secret in a way. We get to see how he slowly gets more corrupted and does all kinds of things that are gradually worse than the last. The story is simple but effective in my opinion. It may not have many deeper meanings emerging in the process, just events that can justifiably fit in a lot of gory stuff, which is very entertaining. But as the story progresses to a point where they can no longer continue to just throw out new things to do that doesn't progress anything, A twist comes out of nowhere that should be striking to the lead's core, but I don't know why the impact just isn't there, and this lack of impact makes the twist hollow for me. And from there on, it's just a runaway story for character redemption that is quite underwhelming, especially when a character that appears before comes out during the second time but turns out to be a farce. It is clear that the ending is not going to be as good as the build-up, but the ending is still okay. It steers back to the story before the big third act and makes a very nice little conclusion to close the story. The other highlight for me is the direction, with the cinematography and the sound design being the absolute highlight. The camera often had the character's head at one corner and left out a large space behind them to enhance the character's emotion and feelings. And this is happening throughout the entire movie. Different times offer different experiences. Another noticeable point is the use of handheld cameras that are very close to the actor's face. This is not only show the tense and nervous emotion, it also makes me feel unpredictable on what the characters are thinking, as I couldn't fully see their faces and expressions. The sound design is also very good in the film, as the music plays a big role in horror movies, especially the beginning when nothing is happening. The score is able to give me the creepy and scary vibes even before anything is being shown. And when something does happen, the score is completely gone and it makes a powerful scene that highlights the scariness by a mile. The film is very well made and well acted, psychological horror movie that really makes you feel tense throughout the entire movie, despite having a weak script that only has a story that doesn't dig deep into the themes that is presented. And if you are scared of gory stuff, then this movie will be even more scary for you. So, if you like psychological horror movies with some very well done slasher elements, check this one out. Aside from the small weakness, the film is very entertaining and eye-catching. So even a Viking couldn't resist a talented woman and fall like a chicken as soon as she exerts her power. I guess it is up to me to defend the honor and glory of all virginity. Rise, my friends, do not be afraid of the enemy. We will defeat this tide, or we will die trying. Follow me to the battle, my brother. Who is with me?
Move along.